They coming with their dad to get some dirt. Say get some dirt.
Get some dirt.
Nigga here say get some dirt.
Get some dirt.
Some dirt. So, how you guys doing? It's Sunday Backyard Farmer. Um, I wanted this video to actually be at my house, in my backyard, in front of my garden, or one of the areas that I have a garden at. But the weather's been crappy. I've been busy at my shop. There's just been a lot going on. And I remember, well, this is for the Lead Former YouTube challenge. So I've been talking, I used to talk to different people all the time about, yo, I want to do a YouTube channel. At first, I wanted to do one at my shop, fixing cars, how to, and all of that stuff. But I used to tell people about it, just some type of YouTube channel, something videotaping and all that stuff. And I'm usually the guy, I don't even like being in front of the camera. I'm the behind the scenes guy. You know, when you see yourself on the camera or you hear yourself on the camera, when you go back to the video, you actually sound different than what you hear. So when you hear yourself on the video, you got to get used to that. It's just a lot of different little stuff. But Lead Former said something the other day. It was a few videos ago. He was saying, I'm about to. So he was talking about, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. So I got to the point, I don't even tell anybody that, hey, I'm about to do a YouTube channel, or I'm thinking about a YouTube channel. I'm just doing it. And when he did the challenge, that was a little fire up under me to just go ahead and do it. And I want to do it about my garden. I'm passionate about my garden. Um, it's fun, it's relaxing. I mean, this car stuff is work. I'm passionate about that, but it's work. At home dealing with the garden, it's a totally different environment. And like I said, I was gonna wait until I got, the perfect uh sunlight and just being in front of the garden, but I was like, nope. I'm planning on doing the video tonight. So that's why I'm doing this. And I'm at my shop, not at the house, not in front of any type of things that I'm growing, and not in front of my seeds and stuff like that. So I just wanted to do this video. And technically, this is the first video that I'm on my channel. So, um, yeah, we're gonna see how this go. I'm very excited, um, and I'm trying to get because of Lead Former. I'm trying to get I'm about to out of my vocabulary. I'm gonna say I'm planning to, or just do it rather than talking about it. Just do it. I apply the just do it to other things in my life, so I think I'm gonna just apply the same thing to this part of my life. So we'll see how that go. Like I said, I'm excited. Uh, I think I got five five followers, but it's not about that, man. It's about us posting, sharing, a community, learning from each other, dealing with the garden stuff, what works, what don't. I got a lot of ideas that I want to do in the backyard, and it's going to be trial and error. We can see if it worked. We can see if, I'm not testing soil. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Just putting stuff in the ground, seeing what happens. Probably adding some type of organic fertilizer if need be. But other than that, that's about it. And like I said, we'll see how this go. And this is going to be, I think, a beautiful journey. I got into wanting to do a garden because one day, my wife was cooking collard greens. This is a true story. My wife was cooking collard greens, and I'm sitting down at the table doing something, and she said, "Hey, I want you to cut these greens and wash them and blanch them and put them in the bag and freeze them for tomorrow so I can do that." I'm like, "What?" Like I didn't know. I'm used to my mom, my grandma, my aunties, and doing. I didn't know anything about it. So she just showed me one time. So I was cutting the collard greens up, de-stemming them. Actually, you did a video about that, but I didn't. it wasn't like a YouTube video or nothing. It's just a video on my phone. So um so yeah, I'm doing this and doing that and learning and I'm cutting and I'm like, hey, is this enough greens? And she was like, yeah, it should be enough greens, but I'm looking after I cut them up, destem them, cut them up, blanch, rinse them, blanch them, and rinse them, or whatever the step was. I forgot the total step. But I'm like, is that enough greens? And she's like, yeah, that should be enough. And I'm looking, I'm like, I love collard greens. As funny as that sounds, I love collard greens. So when I saw the amount, I was like, this is not enough. Like I should be able to do like my grandfather do or used to do. Go in his backyard and get his collard greens and come back in. Go in his backyard, get turnip greens, go get sweet potatoes, go get sugar cane, whatever. He used to grow everything. And I remember that being a child like it was yesterday. So once I did all of that, I got excited. That same day, I started Googling how to grow collard greens and all of this stuff. And the first video that came up was Lead Former video, and it was the container. I think there was turnip, giant red turnips, something like that. And it was on his back porch, and it was like I think it was in the wintertime. It was colder or cooler weather or whatever. And he was saying this was his second time harvesting um, from his container garden in individual pots of these greens. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to come out my back door, whether they're in a bucket, whether they're in whatever. I want to come out my back door and be able to get enough greens to satisfy my selfish need for greens. And of course for my family as well. So that's what got the bug of me wanting to garden. And I just started. Um, I created one garden area, filled that up kind of quick. First time last year was my first time gardening. When I'm talking about last year, 2020, my first time gardening, and I didn't know what I was doing. Um, Stuff was starting late, just trial and error, and I actually had a good time doing it. I learned a lot, trial and error. I figured, a lot of stuff out on my own, and also the Lead Farmer YouTube page. People being very helpful on what to do, what not to do, or if you have a question, answering the question or whatnot. It's been very helpful. So I feel like this year, even though I started last year, I feel like this year is going to be my first year to actually do things in season when you're supposed to do them, on time, and kind of I have the stuff that I did last year as far as building out the what is it, the garden area, building it out and framing it out or whatever, just the way I did stuff. I don't have to do that, but me wanting so much more, I already got stuff in other areas that I want to do. And my wife kind of looking at me like you're doing too much. But it's two other areas that I want to actually do to do some greenery, some greens and some lettuce, turnips or whatever, or just in a little more so shaded area. And this is trial and error. I don't know if it's gonna work. I just know last year I did some greens in the summertime, getting ate up and getting burnt out by the sun. Just being the wrong time of the year, and I didn't know it was the wrong time of the year. I just kept saying, why does all the green stuff that I'm trying to plant, whether it's collard green, turnip greens, lettuce, why is everything dying? I didn't know I was doing them in the wrong time of the year, and of course, fighting all the bugs. So, um, yeah, I'll be doing some more videos that will be, like I said, just follow me on my journey. You can like, subscribe, or just follow me on my journey. I'm just excited just to be doing it. So we'll see how that go. And like I said, this is basically considered my first video. Um, yeah, and like I said, I'm excited. So thanks. Just follow me on my journey. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.